homies chatting. The podcast THC. Two homies chatting. Can you let me ask you something? Just two homies chatting.
It's a beautiful memory in time of the start of our long-lasting friendship. Like, it's just so sick, dude. It looks brand new.
I'm glad you like it. It's pretty fresh. It's been well taken care of. I pulled it out of the box the other day. It was just thrilled about it, really, just fired up.
I wonder if I could like find that somewhere. Like eBay has a Woods jacket or something like that.
I bet you'd have a better chance and a cheaper experience by just having one made.
like I invest a lot less time into this.
Yeah, like I was stressing out the other day trying to get a fresh jersey ordered and they didn't have my size. But if you just keep scrolling, you could just get anyone you want made. So I was like, oh yeah, you just could make things now. That's fine.
You just get the jersey you want. Who'd you get, Kenny?
Joe Thomas.
Oh, nice. A vintage, huh? Vintage.
Yeah, he's been a frequent guest and friend of the program, weekly guest on the Cleveland Browns Daily. Shout out to the boys.
Ooh, CBD.
Bo Bishop. They're the best. The great Z, they call him. Nobody cares about this. They're not, listening to that, but I am every single day. I don't miss it. And just he'd be Hall of Famer, inducted, been around a lot in the area recently in Cleveland. I heard, I don't know, I'm not there. I'm in here. So, but I listen to so much Cleveland sports radio that sometimes I feel like I live there. I could tell you, go down to Medina and hit the Buffalo Wild Wings, and you could swing in.
Cross streets.
I could probably tell you where to go just based off of that.
That shit's funny as fuck. I feel that though, like especially like if it that's like kind of like one of my favorite parts about visiting places is like you meet somebody from that area and then you're like, oh shit. I love that on like business calls, like all the time. I'll be like, oh yeah, where you at? Oh, you up there? What part? Oh, cool. I've been up that way, like that. And it's a good way to like build a little rapport, a little comfortability so that you can get like the most out of the call, in my opinion. But I'm a big fan of shit like that, like where it's like I don't really know what I'm talking about, but
I'm gonna wing it. I've heard some things.
Fuck it. Confidence, dude. Confidence.
Yeah, off of Bill Street or something.
Speaking of confidence, bro, like, dude, I had to share. I sent you this text message when I was like, so I put DraftKings. Okay. Oh, real quick. We'll just light it up real fast for the listeners. Hey, welcome to this fresh new episode of Two Homies Chatting, presented to you by DraftKings.
Right. Pay the bills.
With your boys, Kenny and Trace. What's up, Ken?
Hey.
But I sent you the text right away, dude. I wasn't following the game in the second half.
So the punt that got called back cost you a bet. What was the bet?
So I put $2 bet.
$2 bet.
Okay. On both defenses or special team scoring. So
good bet.
So I just thought, hey, we got a bunch of quarterbacks out here that don't really know how to play quarterback. Didn't realize that Aiden O'Connell will light up the fucking scoreboard tonight.
Who saw that? Their score started with a 6. Their final score started with a 6. That's
rough.
That's crazy.
Rough.
It's a lot of points.
Like, and the 6 wasn't the second number.
But hold on. Like, before we get back to your bet, because I want to hear more about it. Didn't they just lose a game 3-0 last week?
like what is happening? Like the NFL totally doesn't make sense. Like
I think Vegas is rubbing off on them, man. That's such a Vegas thing. Like to go wild one week and keep it indoors the next.
like it's kind of crazy, bro. Like I what did it say? It was like 42 first half points. I was like, God damn. I thought I was watching like Alabama play Citadel. You know what I mean? Like Jesus. Like, but the bet was $2 pays out $161. Look at my phone in the second half and see fumble recovery, big man touchdown for the Raiders. look at
Yeah.
my phone in the
Check
second
one.
half, and I go, oh fuck. And I was reading the Bleacher Report thing, and it said punt.
Nice.
It said Cole punts and then touchdown in big bold letters. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh.
It's like, oh my God, did I just win $160? Fuck yeah, come on. Because I've been on a smidge of a heater lately, Kenny. A smidge of a heater. And bro, 10-yard penalty takes away my
That's too bad,
holding
man. That's
call.
too bad. That's too bad,
Oh.
dude. For our non-gambling state listeners who might just be able to play the pick'em games, I had a real fun one that I thought was a sure shot. I had all these multipliers going because they do
Ooh.
those.
Yeah. They like that shit.
Pay the bills. I use Underdog Sports.
Pay the bills,
Another
underdog.
friend of the program.
Oh, program. The program.
So I had touchdowns by Devontae Adams and Austin Eckler, like I thought for sure, right? And then I had a fumble lost by each quarterback.
Ooh,
so
nice.
all four hit, $10 bet pays out 1,000.
Whoo, spicy.
It didn't hit, but that's life.
Yeah, no, I feel that, right? Like Eckler kind of dicked us all.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'm sure
Yeah, a lot,
but
like the entire Raiders dicked us. Like we're just sitting there going like 69.
Did you see that interception though? I don't know if you saw the highlight yet. I didn't see it live, but I just saw the highlight, and he does you'll see it later and you'll be like, oh, that makes sense now. But he just like jumps in the air and catches it with one hand casually and then scores a touchdown. It's phenomenal. Damn. It's actually like, it looks like Uncle Trace playing with his nephews.
Yeah. Tracetron's got hands, bro. Right?
I know
we ain't just building toys out here.
He's playing with 6-year-olds, of course.
Well, that's just a size advantage, I mean, I'm gonna look like Andy Reid out there if you catch my
when
drift,
you play hard. I respect it.
That's right.
Doesn't matter
we're
who's out there
trying to build a tough generation of young men and women. Okay, if you want to step into the ring, okay, Uncle Rico gonna come out and you're gonna feel the bull's horns. Teach them young. I remember growing up, dude. Ed was like a dick with playing competitively. Oh, dude, like he would do this shit where like he'll be like, hey, let's race to the car. Like you walk out of Walmart or some shit. He'll be like, let's race to the car. First thing he does is pushes you back. Right? This is a 250+ pound man pushing a child back. I mean, talk about tough. And then every
just
time
preparing you for the world, man.
Bro, every time you play one-on-one basketball, and I'm telling you, this shit would bug the fuck because it doesn't work. You can't do it to him. You're too small. But he would poke you in the stomach every time you shot the ball. Like he just poke you. Like right in the stomach. Motherfucker, dude, it was hard to beat him. But I will tell you, and I don't give shit. I don't give listeners, if you're listening, thank you. Shout out to our friends and family in Deutschland. We still appreciate all the downloads. It's fantastic. But as a parent, I'm sure you never want your child to beat you. But as that child, when the time comes that you can just physically dominate your parent, and it does not matter if they share the AARP card with the Rolling Stones, it feels good. It feels good, right? Just saying, it feels fantastic. You got to let them know. They had no problem doing it to you. It's not my fault that they're wearing Depends while I do it to them.
That's right. I mean, well, it depends on the situation a lot of times, but
depending on the situation too, Kenny, is really kind of what you're drinking tonight. I'm gonna crush this right here. I got this picked up a pack last night at the Costco.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you know what I'm a fan of, Kenny? 18 beers for $14. You know what I'm a fan of, Kenny, in this economy? 18 beers, $14. Shout out to our brethren in Bend, Oregon, 10 Barrel Brewing Company. I'm gonna fuck with some pub beer here which is just some cheap fun. It's just cheap fun.
I
Cheap
love
fun,
it.
Ken.
That's approximately $1.25 a beer. And that's less than your
That math doesn't add up
average
to me.
soda pop. Wait, 128 times 18?
It was 18 beers for $14. That is
Oh
less
yeah,
than a
you're
dollar
right.
a beer.
I did the math backwards. Yeah, you're right. I mean, come on. Come on. Let's do that. Well, now we have to do it again, right? So how does it go? So it's $14 divided by 18 beers
Yeah,
equals 78 cents a beer.
dude.
That sounds right.
I feel like I'm back in Hawaii where Tecate was cheaper than water. It's nice. It's nice.
That is good. Well, I've got a little bit of a different choice, and I'm just gonna walk over here and grab it.
Look at you pan the camera and do a old-fashioned Milwaukee Bucks commercial with the deer caught in the headlights.
Hey, what's up? I just got it's the puck cam here.
It's the puck
Let me
cam.
just get back over here.
Kenny's live in the studio, everybody. In case anybody's wondering. You know, the one thing I enjoy about your garage is like you just have like a plethora of things, you know? Like, but they're like fun things. They're like little nuance things, they're little knickknacks, little paddywhacks, you
Well, we can
know.
get into that, but I have too many things, and I got to work on it. But I will say it is a fine collection of things. It's a lived-in collection. If you ever watch the Dan Patrick Show, it kind of looks like his cave. Not near as great, with not near as many good things in it, but it's put together the same way in a sense, where it's not really put together in a way.
It looks great. I love it.
I'm gonna represent a little bit of an alternative lifestyle here for a moment, and it's come up, it's been tasted, it's been verified. But I'm gonna have a couple of these Athletic Brewing Company's non-alcoholic IPAs here. Maybe you don't. Maybe you got to drive. Maybe you don't want some alcohol, but you want a beer with your wings or while you watch the game. Try one of these. You can pick them up. Hammond's, I think, stacks them. But this one's their Run Wild IPA, and if I didn't tell you that it didn't have alcohol in it, you wouldn't be able to tell. It tastes just like a nice brewed IPA. Shout out.
Dude, I will say I have adventured down the Athletic Brewing Co.
Excellent.
Beverage options, and I can agree. It hits the taste buds. It does exactly what you want it to do. And yeah, to your point, if you know somebody's on the sauce a little bit and you're trying to wean off, highly recommend. I like the change, bro. I'm a big fan. Where are they brewed out of, by the way? Like, does it got? I'm very interested in that. California.
Let's see. San Diego and Milford, Connecticut.
Oh,
06460 USA.
That's how you know you're like OG, bro. You got like a 0. We're over here in 9s and 8s and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But they got 0 back there.
Feels like they added it on afterward too. Like they probably started and they were just like 6460. That'll work. And then they're like, we're gonna need more zip codes. So they added a 0 in the front, and then a whole series after that. That's
lots.
I don't know. I made that up.
0.
There's no history for that. That's not
what a like concept though. Like, who's the person that like came up with that? You know, like who's like, yo, we got to figure out a way to like map out where we're shipping shit to. Because like in reality, that's probably like, when did the zip code become a thing? Dude, I'm about to Google this.
Are you gonna search the internet for it?
When did the zip code? 1963, the post office department introduced the zone improvement plan. Zip.
Oh, zip codes. Zone improvement.
Zip code.
This is wonderful.
As a means to allow mail sorting methods to become faster and eventually be automated. but the innovation also created unimagined socioeconomic benefits as an organizing and enabling device. Huh, I did not know that. That came from United States Postal Service Office of Inspector General.gov, in case anybody was questioning the validity of the information. I will say it's kind of crazy to think that both my parents at one time, even though very young, um, lived in a time with no zip codes. Old as fuck, you know?
Yeah, I was surprised by the recency of that. I figured they'd always been around. I thought like probably like the Romans invented it or some shit. I don't know. Um, I really liked
One.
that you sorted your reference. Thought that's what the Roman numerals were. I don't know why, but I did. I like your reference citing .gov. Gotta trust it. I mean, that's one of the things you can trust on the internet, right? You can't fake a .gov.
You hope. You hope these days. There's a
Can't
lot
triple
of
stamp a
people,
double
Kenny.
stamp.
Can't.
And I like learning what
18
ZIP
years.
stood for. Zone Improvement Plan. That was a nice nugget of information. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Hey, thanks, man. As I'm sure we both have that autodidact type of personality.
You're a
And
hell of a
so,
Googler.
yeah, yes, I like to learn. I like micro learning. I like to, educate. It's always good, The YouTube is the college of knowledge. You trying to do something, learn something, just watch YouTube. Oh, teach you. Um, but yeah, shout out to the post office. Kind of crazy to think that like it wasn't like you said, like it wasn't that long ago, you know? Like it's just 1963. It's
Wasn't that long
nuts.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't that long ago at all.
What was that 50? This is like the 60th year of the zip code this year, right? Is that the math? You're really good at math, Kenny. Let's, yeah, 40
Pretty okay at math. I do all right.
to the 20. Yeah, 60. This is the 60th year anniversary of the zip code. So if anybody knows anybody over the age of 60, you now know that, what's up, Miley? You now know that they lived once without a zip code. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy.
I learned something.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I love too that this says the article is titled "The Untold Story of the Zip Code."
What's true? It's never been told. Nobody's ever asked. I mean, except for us, I guess. So us and the guy who did the post office page.
Yeah, shout out to that guy. This article dated
1847.
Oh, okay. So the first three letters of your zip code are the sectional center code proposed in 1944 by Robert Moon, initiated in 1963. And then the last two digits are the local zone, which were proposed in 1943 for major cities only, and in 1963 nationally. So, for an example, and the example they use here, a famous one, 90210. The 902 is the sectional center code, and then the 10 is the local zone. Fuck, I didn't know zip codes were so deep. You know what's deep though, Kenny?
What?
Christmas, bro. You like Christmas? You a Christmas guy?
Yeah, I like Christmas.
You a ho 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 kind of dude?
Yeah, dude, I'm jolly.
Yeah, you got lights
dude.
up and shit. You got tree up.
I decked the halls. I'm a little embarrassed by my lights. I got half of them up, and so I have half lights. I did the same thing at my mom's. I got half of them up too. So if you put the two jobs together, I've done a full job. I'm
Respect.
that guy. I'm finishing this weekend though. It's been cold and high. But yes, I decked the halls. We driving around, jamming, rocking around the Christmas tree. I do it.
You guys do like a lot of Christmas films this time of year?
Yeah.
I'm like a one a day kind of guy.
Ooh, watching nice. Grinch, the most recent animated one.
Oh, good.
Um,
It's a good.
it's great. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
best one, I think.
Nice. Better than Jim.
Original
Huh?
Jim and this one, I would choose this one. Yeah, every time. It's better.
Oh, who does the voice in this one?
It's really funny that you would ask that of me right now. I've been watching it a lot recently, and I would love to share that information with you and our great audience, all the great listeners of Two Homies Chatting podcast, available anywhere that you get your podcasts: Apple Pod, Google Pod, Amazon Pod, Spotify Pods. Are we still on that other spot? Benedict Cumberbatch is the voice of the Grinch. He
Oh,
does a great job.
oh, Mr. Dragon from Lord of the Rings himself, huh?
Yeah, Benedict
Interessante.
Cumberbatch is the voice of the Grinch. Yeah, does good. It's yeah. Pharrell Williams is the narrator.
Oh,
Does
okay.
does a fantastic job. And Kenan Thompson has a cameo as the Grinch's best friend, I guess you'd call him. He's great.
Okay.
It's great.
Nice.
It's Kenan. It's Kenan.
I didn't know that
it's
like
great.
the Grinch had friends, so that's sick. Shout out to that
He
guy,
doesn't.
you know.
The whole thing is that Grinch is like, that guy's not my friend, but that guy's like,
He's
oh, you're
like
my friend. Yeah.
he's like Donkey and Shrek, you
Yeah.
know.
Similar to that, but
Yeah, like they're not friends, but then by the end they're like, all right, buddy.
yeah, nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do 6 more of these fucking things. What do you think? Huh?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Come on, Eddie.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Um
Let's do it. What's your favorite?
got-
What's your top? You got a top 3 Christmas
of
movies?
the
What have you been
Christmas
watching?
films?
Yeah. What do you
We just watched
could you put
Jingle
that
All the
together?
Way tonight. We watched Jingle All the Way tonight.
Oh,
I could put together my top list, okay?
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I would say in no particular order, if that helps, because I think ranking, I could give you like my 3 probably favorite Christmas films, and then but I don't know if I could rank them, and so like The Family Stone is one of my favorite Christmas films,
Oh yeah,
right?
everybody loves that one. Yeah,
That's a
that's a good
that's a
one.
classic.
Yeah, I always have to watch
Uh
that one every year.
I recently came into a couple once this year, and I thought one was very funny, and it's kind of pushed into my top list, which was called uh Xmas, I think is what it was called, but it was like EX. Like it was like they were
Oh,
broken up, but the girl got like invited because they didn't think boyfriend's parents didn't think their son was going to come home for the holidays, and then he ends up coming home, and so it was very comedically good rom-com. um and then
love a
I'd
good rom
probably
com.
go OG. No, I'd probably say, dude, Harold and Kumar's Christmas is probably Harold and Kumar's
Oh,
number.
all right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Harold
There
and
you go.
Kumar probably
That's good.
number one.
Yeah.
My honorable mention would be the original Santa Claus with oh she's so the boy Tim Allen. I'm just a big fan of that one. The OG one
That's a
is
good one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
from our childhood. That's our era
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
That's
Saw
so
it in
good.
theaters, like just
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, that's good.
What about
I
you? What you got?
Yeah, mine are different than most people's, but that's okay. I'm proud of them. Number
We're
one
all
for me, and I could rank it, and I'll go best to not to the others.
ooh, give
My
it to me.
number one is Christmas Vacation. I love it.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
watch it
are a
every
big
year, multiple
Clark
times.
Griswold kind of guy. Yeah.
I'm a Chevy guy, so I'll go that way. And then my other 2 are, Charlie Brown original Christmas. I love it. I watch it
Yeah.
every year. And then the original like Rudolph Frosty combo from the 60s, the like bad claymation
that.
one.
That
Yeah, with the elf and the land of misfit toys.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's
Little
the
drummer
one.
boy. Fucking.
Yeah, they always recommend that. I didn't grow up with that, so I've never even
I thought
seen
it was
that.
like in the same series, right? Like
I
I
think
thought it
it
was like
is.
a stretch of the same shit, right?
Yeah, I think it probably was. I don't know. I just never got there.
Yeah, yeah. I like your selections though. I think they're good, right? I think it's to me, I would almost guess that you were a Muppets Christmas kind of guy. Some
I like
about you
that.
just gives me,
Yeah.
you're a big Jim Henson guy.
We're getting into like the 6s, 7, 8 class there with me. But yeah, they're
You
on the
know,
list.
you got Hibbo,
I don't know what that is.
HBO. You got HBO's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
If
yeah,
you
I got
if
the
you got
things.
HBO, I highly recommend watching 8-Bit,
Oh
up
yeah, I
and
saw
coming.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that.
little Christmas story type of theme.
I didn't watch it. I saw it come up.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
very
I'm into
it's
that.
kind of like that. It's about a kid telling his daughter, or Neil Patrick Harris tells his daughter the story of getting trying to get a Nintendo for Christmas when Nintendo came out. So it's kind of like set in the 80s, but narrate. It's very, very good. Very like a top, coming into the top list. Got to give it a couple more watches before, type of deal. You guys got the tree up, dude? Did Allie hook up some ornaments or what?
Yeah, we put it up every year. Day after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. It's one of our things. Yeah. We just put
Day
one up.
after Thanksgiving. Nice.
Yeah, what else am I doing? It's all everybody
I'm
else is
shut
like,
up.
I'm a shop. I'm going shopping. I'm gonna save some
No,
money. I'm like,
nah.
nah, I'm just gonna watch football and put up a Christmas tree. That's pretty much
If
it.
you if you ain't shopping online at this rate on this, the deals are there. Just save your energy. I'm with you,
More
Ken.
importantly,
Set
the
up the tent.
logistics are there.
Yeah.
It's like you can trust it. When it says be there before Christmas, it is this time.
Yeah, you got till about the 18th, people. You got till about the 18th, unless it's prime. That's, but any independent merchant is got till
That's
about
it.
the 18th. Yeah. Oh, shout out to the listeners. uh, yeah, G,
I hope this
I,
reaches you in time.
well, we got these listeners in Germany that they continue to download. I don't know what's up. So shout out, like maybe they just love beer and two dudes chatting. Maybe maybe that's how we come in. Like, how like there's like a translation that happens. So like we're two homies chatting, but over there we're like two dudes talking or something like that. Like
That
the
would make
way,
sense.
yeah,
Two
like the way
friends
it would,
talking.
yeah, something like that happened. And so like, but they are credited with Germany's credited with the invention of the Christmas tree. And so, just wanted to gauge
Shout out.
gauge your
Shout out.
Christmas tree life. And speaking of Germany, I'm gonna crack on another one, bro.
I mean, might as well. I feel like, you know, that's what they would do in this
Yeah,
situation.
it's actually
I
like
don't mean to generalize. I just know that they enjoy a nice ale every now and then.
I this was from when I got this little while back. Okay. Um, was in Leavenworth, a little Bavarian town in Washington, a little mountain town. Played a nice round of golf, Ken. You would have loved it. You
I
would have
love
loved
the
it.
donuts, dude.
Yeah. Went to Oktoberfest out there and stopped at this little brewery called the Icicle Brewing Co, bro. Great beer. But we picked up this Dirty Face Amber. Shout out
Nice.
to Icicle, man. I even bought a hat. But it's got a little blurb here. Finally, a beer that pays homage to the hard workers in our valley, the trail crews and the farmers, the lumberjacks and the firefighters. We brew this for you. With these folks in mind, we've created an amber lager that features a smooth, medium body with a rich roasted malt aroma. Dirty Face's initial malty sweetness finishes fresh and clean, unlike its name.
That's a hell of a read, dude.
Got a little amber on the voice, bro. You know.
Well, my friend. Oh, you poured it in the glass and it looks so nice in that cup glass. Pinkies up.
Oh,
I'm just gonna have another athletic light here.
ooh,
And
interested in
just
this.
shout it out and just have it here. Just roll with my decisions here.
Dude, I'm interested in that, right? Because I'm a big pillsy kind of guy. I like light beers.
It's like a
I'm not,
pills.
yeah, like I'm a big fan of that flavor. Especially lately, I don't know, because you always seem like an IPA kind of guy, like you're a fan, right? But like I do not enjoy that like every variety box of beer these days, um,
All
all
IPAs
all
or double
IPAs, like
IPAs or Bach IPAs or white. Yeah, I agree. Like an IPA is good, but there's a lot of different other styles of beer that are tasty too. A Pils, a lager. You
right?
could do the what? Can you name any more? I don't.
Kolsch. I like
A
A
Kolsch. I love
Kolsch
a good
style.
Kolsch. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I like a good stout if it's not too thick, right? Like so we were at this, I had him on the show before, shout out Backwoods. But
Shout 'em
they
out.
had a s'more stout one time, and I remember when they poured it, it looked like as clean as this amber did. And I was like, that's not a stout. And they were like, no, this is the stout. And it was like fucking tasty. But like, I'm not a big stout guy. Like, I don't want a milkshake, right? Like, I want to drink a couple beers. I like a pale ale. I'm just saying, like, why are we always going IPA? You
I love
know?
a pale ale. My favorite beer is pale ale. So
Yeah,
pale ale.
I like a red ale. I like a
Ooh,
Czech. I like
a brown ale, like a what's a Newcastle. Get yourself a Newcastle.
oh,
A
shout
Newcastle.
out to Vinny. He was always a Newcastle guy.
Of course
Um,
he is. What a gentleman.
dude, he'd always drink that back in the day. Hit it up. Hefeweizen, Ken.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not.
I love a good half. I actually
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
I didn't want to
typically.
spoil it, but that's my next beer. So
Ooh,
I
nice.
I got an actual beer for the next
Oh,
one.
he can't. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take a couple practice swings, and then we're gonna full send on the third one, my friend. I think I'm
You
gonna
know,
hit this 8 iron full, bro. I'm hitting it.
I just feel it. If you feel the shot, swing it, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's Zen golf, bro. You can't have doubt. Great book. Thank
It's,
you, by the way. Thank you, man.
you
I
needed it.
literally changing my golf game as we speak. Like,
It's very important. I'm glad that you gave it the chance and dove in. I knew you would like it. It's changed how I play golf. It's changed a lot of the ways. It's changed how I live, to be completely honest. And shout out to Dr. Joseph Parent. You can read Zen Putting if you want a follow-up book or listen to it on
ooh,
Audible. It's just as good. But it's focused on putting with a lot of good drills. And
that's good.
if you're into tennis, he's also written one called Zen Tennis, because those are his things.
Yeah, he
Um,
likes golf and tennis.
and
What a cool thing to get into, dude.
yeah, there's another one he wrote with his sister called a Walk in the Woods with a Bear Named Pooh.
Oh,
Meditations on Mindfulness with Winnie the Pooh. And his sister she writes books for Disney, and so they partnered legally to do that because she does that for a living.
family
And
of writers, huh?
so
That's
it's like
cool.
Zen, it's like Winnie the Pooh Zen. And they've already written stuff like that. Like there's the Tao of Pooh. I've never done that, but I've been probably meaning to check it out, I guess, just so I know what everybody's talking about. But anyways, check it out.
Um,
Shout it out.
you would have been proud, dude.
I never
I
hit it anyways anymore. That's the best thing that I pulled from it. I never hit
dude,
it anyways. That's the number. If you pull just that from it, you will shave 6 strokes off your game. Don't hit it if
I
you know you're going to do it bad. Back
dude,
off and reset.
so I've been tracking that in my rounds,
Right?
right? And like it started off like kind of crazy because I kind of when I read it, I was like, man, I do that like often where I'm like, I get
Right?
in a position and I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't use this club. I should probably, yeah, fuck it. Like
Just go.
it and it my last round I had two, but
That's good.
I will say one of them, I kind of didn't mean to do it, but I did it anyways.
That's why they call
and
it that.
and the second one, I was at like the last three holes, I was getting dumped on, and I was like, it was just pouring.
That's a
down rain.
time
So
when
I
you
was
might just
like,
hit it anyways in the
I was
rain
just
when it
like,
doesn't
fuck
matter
this,
anymore.
dude.
Yeah, that's
This
fair.
sucks.
That's a fair anyways. But
But
the trick is you
crazy.
got the trick. Once you start tracking it and you know that you're tracking it, you'll stop doing it.
Yeah.
I bet you used to do it 6 times around.
Yeah, I guarantee
But now you know you're
easy.
tracking it, and so you don't want to do it, and you won't do it as much. Did you back? How
And
many
then
times did you back off? Make the
during the
change
round multiple
yeah.
times. I played a really good round last time on a tough course, Chehalem Glen out here, but it was the book, dude. Like I walked that round because when it's cart path only, I'm gonna walk, right? Like
Might as well.
it's just it's tough. I didn't have I forgot my push cart,
Oh,
so
bag
I
carry is
just
tough.
carried my bag the whole
Ooh.
time, right? And
Oh, to be
so
young.
the conversation I was having with myself, I was just playing by myself,
That's fun.
was like just off the book. Like I was just chatting
Right.
with myself through the round off the book. Like I was like
Yeah.
listening to his advice. I was like, okay, this is what I would hit here. It's raining and all of this is happening. So like I'm gonna do this club or I'm gonna do 2 clubs up, like type of deal. And like I remember like it was like my third shot, and I was like, motherfucker, I just hit a terrible shot. And I was like, hey, I can't fix it in the round. Okay. So let's just keep going.
It's
Like
already
it's not
broken.
indicative of the rest of the round. Let's just keep going. And
Oh
then I
man.
did one thing that he calls out in the book, which is like the elements were very much stacked, right? Like it was raining, it's wet, like the ball, like it was just you're just like at one point I got held on, right? Like it's just winter golf out here. Like it was a drizzle most like 90% of the round. In the last 10%, it was a downpour. It was fucking horrible,
Sounds awful.
dude. I'm wet, like even I'm waterproofed out and I'm fucking wet. But it was uh what he said is like in moments you should look at always like adding a stroke to every hole, right? Like the challenge has become tougher and you're an amateur.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that same concept of playing off the women's teams, right? Like you got to learn to
Yeah.
score. Like
Yeah.
so
Well, he
I was
references in the early days of golf, they would change par based on the conditions at the
yeah.
course that day. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, big fan. Big fan of the book. Um Thanks for the recommendation, bro. Thanks for the gift. It's a good one. Definitely change
I'm
it.
just glad.
It's fun to like uh go out and just know that like, hey, one, just be grateful being out there, dude. Like just
Right. Number one
appreciate
lesson is
it.
the most important.
Yeah. Just appreciate it. Right. Like it's
It'll
funny
change
too,
everything.
because like I always feel like my best rounds are when I'm on a trip playing a course because I'm so excited about the
Mhm.
round. I
You have
just
no
appreciate the
expectations. You just want to
scenery.
play.
I just am like, oh my God, this is so fucking beautiful. Like,
Mhm.
so my best rounds are always when I'm playing, right? So like I've come back and I've had a couple rough rounds and I'm like talking to Devery and Doug and I'm like, fuck man, like I haven't played good golf since was in Hawaii, right? Like I just haven't played good golf since Hawaii. And I'm fucking like read that book and like first couple rounds out, I'm like, fuck, I'm swinging good. I'm fucking hitting the contacting good. Am I scoring as well as I should? No. But minimizing the anyways, getting out there, bro. Thanks
Yeah,
for the book.
I love
The
it.
book is good.
It's solid.
Yeah.
It's a solid book. Zen Golf by Dr. Joseph Parrott. Um, there
That's
you go.
right.
There it
That's
is.
right. The
There it is.
diatribe of golf here. Dude, but speaking of Zen and what's gonna be needed this weekend is two homies chatting fantasy football
Ooh, let's talk about some
pl-
fantasy football.
playoffs. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
As I would like to say, just to kick
Playoffs.
off this conversation, so we can get it out of the way, and I'm gonna footnote this as two-time champ and last year's champion of the league. Um, I'm not ashamed to say that, hey, we were going through a rebuild similar to these New England Patriots. We were going through a rebuild to get a high pick next year. I unfortunately could not make the playoffs, but
No, prior
I'm proud
commitments.
of everybody that did. Yeah, yeah. It's Cancun on 3. 1, 2, 3.
But yeah, yeah. No,
But we
it's always
got
nice.
we got the co-host of the show, the man of the hours, Mr. Kenny Ainge, holding it down at the 1 seed.
That's right.
Okay.
Feeling
He's
hot,
going
feeling
feeling
healthy.
good.
I didn't know what to do. Here's my Zen moment for the week already. Happened on Tuesday when I typically would hit the waiver wire, and I looked at my roster and I was like, I don't think I need to change anything. Don't do anything.
Locker
Just
room's
ride it
feeling
out.
it. The vibes are good.
I
Boom
just was
boxes.
like, okay, nothing. Here we go.
That's
But
right. I like where your head's at. I like the squad. I think you're in a strong spot playing Wolf Dogs, the 8th seed,
yeah,
right? Um, shout out. Shout out Eli.
shout
Um,
out. It's gonna be
then
fun.
we got Keystone Heavy versus Najee by nature. So we got Dev versus Colton here. So
Mm.
that'll be a nice matchup. There was a little tightness, a lot of 10-win team, 3 10-win teams, bro. Three 10+ win teams in the league. That tells some dominance here.
That's true. And yeah, it was tight too. Like they were, yeah.
Then I think what I would say is the matchup of the weekend, okay? Which is London Calling versus the Stroud Boys, the Battle of Rosenberg.
Oh, the
Uh,
Rosenberg battle.
the Rosenberg Battle of 23. Have
The
you heard about that?
Rosenberg Rumble.
Ooh,
I
Rumble
love a
Down
good
Under.
I love an alliteration. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, I'm interested here. I don't know. I don't know. I hope there's been some shit talk on that wave, right? A couple brothers just going at it. But very interested to see if we got an upset brewing, right? And then we got
It
holding
would
it
be an
down,
upset.
former champion Andy Hamilton comedy. My man holds it down not only on the mics, but in the fantasy room versus Ed. Big Borrow and Steele holding it down at the 17th. And so it's gonna be real interesting, Kenny. I'm excited to watch. The body's hurting. Played a lot of minutes last year. So I'm excited to see what y'all do. It's been a pleasure to be a part of it. Um, and
How
yeah,
much money
dude.
do I win again?
Um, That's we
Just
signed
kidding.
NDAs for that. We signed
I'm just kidding.
NDAs for
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
that.
I was trying to trash talk a little. I don't know. I'm a little out of practice.
Bro, I hope you win. We played each other in the championship last year, right?
Yeah. No, semis, I think. I don't know. We could recap it next week.
Um, but I hope you pull it off, dude. I hope I
Well,
see you.
we appreciate your support. You know,
Yeah. I mean, I'm
if we win, I'm sending everybody in the league sausage egg McMuffins. The day after the championship, when I win, all 10 of y'all are getting door dashed sausage egg McMuffins.
that'd be
Just so you
funny,
know.
dude. That'd be legit. That's
I'm gonna
legit.
need your help rounding up them addresses though.
Yo, what's the address, son? Where you at right now? You at work or you at home?
Drop it in the chat if you want McMuffins. I'm sending them out.
Oh, what a sweet ass fucking chef's kiss. That's funny, dude. And you weren't able to three-peat in the other league, huh?
No, Azid eliminated.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was close. I won the final week. I was coming, but I lost the tiebreaker because I lost to you in that one there.
Got a little lucky.
We rallied, we fought, we battled.
Yeah.
Threw some punches, but it's just not our year. Coming off of a couple of really good years. It's okay.
Rebuild.
We'll get them next year.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, you were in it. Tough, a couple quarterback issues, tough battle.
Yeah.
Tough
Yeah.
battle. You know,
a lot of injuries this year. Everybody can relate to that.
bro, everybody, we'll see what happens. So it's about being good now, right? It's about peaking at the right time. Everybody's 0-0, right? Yeah. Am I an 8 seed in 2 other leagues? Hell yeah. But
Eight seeds can still win the championship.
do I feel like a 1 seed? Fucking A, I do. Locker
I
room
would
vibes,
expect,
baby.
I'd
It's all
expect
about
nothing
that.
less. You
I'm a
you
big
always feel
clap
like
guy.
a 1 seed. It's true. And you had a good clap too. It was round. It was a round noise. It traveled well in a gymnasium.
Yeah. Yeah. Big hands. Big clap.
We should have another beer and talk about the year 2023 music reviews that everybody's so fond of.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
I've never had one before, and Apple's done it this year. So
Oh, did Apple do it?
I'm an Apple Music guy. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
easier for me in everything I do.
I love that.
So I just rock it, and it's
Yeah.
but they finally got the wrap up, or they call it something. They gave it a name.
They call it something Apple-ish.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's your fruit tree for the year.
Here's your sound fruits. Let's see. What did I do with that? Let's see. That's so fun. But do you have a third beverage? I saw you kill that one. I'm proud of you there. Nice work.
Thanks.
Replay. They call it the Replay 23.
Oh, that's very fun. That's cool.
I mean, it's average fun.
I'll be interested to hear yours. I'll show you mine. You show me yours, bro.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Just like old times.
Bro, like colleges, bro. Like colleges.
I went to class a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely school. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. I got Kenny, I'm going with another pub beer. I was gonna finish light tonight.
I love it. I love it.
Just a cheap
Pub
fun
beer.
Costco,
Pub
shout
beer.
out. I got a big old pack.
It's pub beer.
Pub beer.
Pub beer. Pub beer.
Pub
Well,
beer.
I am having the aforementioned Hefeweizen. It's a golden spike, and it's
nice.
it's a club favorite.
Nice. I love that. You went to beer? Yeah. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I do. I like it. Let's go. How do you want to do this? Do you have any proposed format for this? Because you said we got some. I mean, you want to go reverse order? Should we go? What do you think?
Like 5, like from 5 to 1?
Or,
I like that. We
Yeah.
should share each other's 5, right? So like
Yeah.
I tell you my 5, you tell me your 5, and then
I'll
you
show
tell
you
me
my
your
5.
4, and I'll tell
Sure.
you my 4, and then I'll tell you my 3, and then we kind of like do that type of deal, and then we'll both like hold off on the ones. So.
Yeah, you should definitely go first. It'll work better for the whole bit.
Okay.
And
so my number 5 artist. So am I doing my number 5 artist and number
yeah, that's
5
what I want to hear. Artist.
Okay. Not because song is
we might get to the number 1 song. I might want to know who that is. So
yeah, so my number 5 artist was my number 5 artist.
Classic.
So yeah, big folk or like jammy guitar rock.
Do you have a minutes breakdown on them?
But I don't have a minutes breakdown on them. I think that's interesting. But like you said, you sent me. I've listened to over 14,000 minutes of music on my Spotify.
Yeah. There's still time left, and you're at 14,152 minutes. That's pretty good. That's a lot of minutes, man. I don't know if you've done the hour math there to days, but that'd be fun.
I would say like the one thing that interests me about my Wrapped is that if you see my top 5, none of them are in hip hop, but that's my top genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't get that either, but I wasn't gonna question it. It's probably just a
I mean, I listen to a lot of hip hop.
maybe the other stuff is so all over the place that's the most percentage genre you listen to because that's the most easily classified genre that you listen to.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something to do with it. Well, I got this one was kind of a surprise for me. My number 5 artist is Inni Kamoze. And I got 364 minutes on this guy that I just found this year. And this song, it's a reggae song from the 80s. Actually, I was super surprised, but I was obsessed with it for like 3 or 4 months. About 3 or 4 of his songs I would play in order, lots. So that's this is what this kind of stuff reveals about you. It's fun. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's true. It's like I love that you get the minutes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's a real eye opener.
Okay, so then who do you have at who's your number 4 artist?
But let's watch yours first. I'll give you mine
Okay.
if you give me yours.
Oh, all right. What I love about this is so I got introduced to this artist in Kauai, right? And so when I was there, me and Devery just do the we just got done doing the Kalalaw Trail, right? Off the Nepali coast. Bro, hardest thing I've ever fucking done in my life. Almost died. Like fucking it was tough, right? And like we departed a shuttle and had to be back at the shuttle by a certain time, but we were trying to do as much of the trail as possible. So we did like 17 miles of it.
Mm.
And when we got back, we got into the shuttle just in time. It was like 2 minutes to spare. We're fucking exhausted. Our feet are hurt and everything just sucked for a second, but like you're feeling good. And we get into this van, a shuttle, it's packed, bro. And the dude's driving and he it's just dead silent and he puts on this artist, Gabby Pahanui.
Mm.
And I literally the first person said, I was like, bro, thank you. Because the sound
Nice.
of exhaustion was killing me. I was like, this fucking
That's funny.
it was
That's save
like
the day artist. That's
exhausting
awesome.
silence, right? Like, and so I've been jamming Gabby for a hot minute, like since Hawaii, and he ended up at my number 4 artist
It's
of the
awesome.
year. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Big fan, big chill music, like trying to do some work or something like that. But like the guy who was driving the shuttle, he was like, yo, my parents had this on wax like my whole life as a child. And I was like, dude, this guy's amazing. And
That's
so,
awesome. That's a really
yeah,
cool story for that. That's great.
thanks, bro. Damn.
Well, all I can say is just keep in mind that I have a daughter, 6-year-old
I love
daughter.
it. I love
And
it.
a lot of times when we're driving, what we listen to is not up to me, but that's okay because I get down and we jam and we got her jamming some really good stuff. So I will say, number 4 for me is Sia, hitting
Like,
the charts with 452 minutes of playtime.
ooh, what
That's a
is
lot
now?
of Sia.
Sia, is it like SIA?
She's yeah, SIA. She's Australian. You might have
Yeah,
first
yeah.
seen her from that Garden State movie. She did a song with 07 on the soundtrack, Waiting Line. I think that was her.
No, that's good. That's good. That
That
means
might have been
your
her.
kid's got taste, bro.
But this is like all of her stuff. She has a lot of pretty good songs. So that's a
Dope.
lot of minutes there.
I
I'll give you
I
my
expect her to
third.
have sophisticated music taste coming from her parents.
Yeah,
Sure.
she has
Yeah.
good. She does a good job, and she picks
Yeah.
it. Her playlist is her pick. Like she tells me what to put on it. Like, let's be honest. Yeah. I get told what to do. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
You're a girl band. Love
so
it.
my next number 3 is Taylor Swift.
Love that. Love that. Right.
788
Hey,
minutes of it.
what do we got? We talked about it a little bit last week. We talked about it a little bit in a couple texts, but exceeding over 1 billion, the most grossed on a tour. On a
New
tour.
record. That's a new
New
record.
record.
That's pretty
Beating our
impressive.
AARP brethren.
And Elton John also
and
beating
Elton
Elton John. So
Sir
that
Elton
says
John.
that says a lot about where Taylor Swift's career is at. By the way, I'm going
Congrats.
to a birthday party for my niece this weekend, and we're gonna watch the Eras tour and make friendship bracelets. So I couldn't be more excited. I
Hey,
couldn't be happier to go. I'm pumped
can't
about
lie.
it.
I'm a big bracelets guy. Okay, big
Wait,
bracelet guy. Okay,
wait, wait.
make as many as you want. You
I'll send
know,
you one.
I'd love that. I'd love that. My number three artist was Khruangbin.
Of course, classy,
Love him,
good,
fantastic.
good, so cool,
Uh,
so hip,
yeah, you know,
super
they're just
like
fantastic, dude. They just really are.
Everybody's
Yeah,
all the cool people shouting them out and stuff. Didn't they get a commercial spot this year too?
yeah,
I
I
thought I
believe
heard them on a
so.
commercial.
Yeah, I mean, I still one of the sickest concerts I've ever been to in my life. Like, it's the only concert I've ever been to where nobody sat down and nobody left. Like, everybody was dancing. Like, and they just played, and then they had this like 20-minute fucking hip hop riff, dude, where like they just played like, California
Oh, cool.
and um explosive. Like, it was just
Oh,
so
nice.
like it's just fucking awesome, dude.
Nice. Did some Dre tracks. That's dope.
Bro, handled it. Who you got at two? Who you got at two?
Oh, two's fun. Um, two's a good one. Storybots.
Storybots. Love me some storybots, bro.
1,095 minutes of storybots.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
that's what's in my head.
In
Um,
my head.
Killing it. I'm
Just
loving
listen
the
to them
comparison.
Cranbies, bro.
I'm loving the comparison between having children
Not
and not.
having kids and
This is great.
dude, I had like
So
I can't remember what happened today, but I was like, man, thought of kids is fucking terrifying, dude. I was
it
like,
really, I'll tell you what, it really fucks with your algorithm.
I got sitting Lord Haran. I'm not surprised by
Nice.
that. I'm not surprised by
Nice.
that. Yeah.
No, no.
But my number one, Ken, I'll throw out my number one.
Throw
Okay.
it out. It's no surprise. It's rad.
No
Weren't you just at like a
surprise if you know
you were
me.
just at a surprise concert of theirs
I
like last
just
week?
was out there, yeah, on
Yeah.
Monday. It was on
Monday.
fucking
Just Monday. That's what you
um
do on a Monday.
but hey, you're the one
I
that
fold
introduced
socks.
That's what I do on a Monday. Oh, dude, yeah, it was late Monday for me. But yeah, you're the one who introduced me to him
Hell yeah.
many moons ago. But yeah, Portugal the Man, bro. Shout out PTM, Lords of
That is
Portland.
that is pretty rad.
They did a little charity show for their daughter, Frances, who has she got a rare genetic disease
Oh damn.
that it's kind of like uh mixed between dementia and like I'm not sure what else. So they're trying to raise money because it's so rare. They don't have a lot of medicine or funding or research behind it. So I think they have like a GoFundMe for trying to raise like 750,000. I think they're like halfway through it, but
Good shout out.
they
Link to it in the
did.
show notes.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do that. They did a like if you donated to the GoFundMe that you got a coupon code 2 for 1. So
Nice.
we donated and then went to the show and like
Hell
dude, it
yeah.
was just they just are so sick live, bro. They're so
They're really
fun to
good
like
live.
see, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're just like like I think the other thing is too is I've had the pleasure of accidentally meeting them. And
Yeah.
so like they're genuinely cool people. Like they were, and I'm telling you, dude, I know I'm nothing, right? Like we just said it in passing, but I mentioned to because the first album you gave me was the Satanic Satanist album. And
Right.
so like that's my favorite album, dude. Like that's
Yeah, it's the one.
Portugal, that's the dopest album. So I mentioned that, and I've seen them at like 3 other shows since that mention. And every time there's just a little more Satanic Satanist
Really?
album, dude. I'm like, dude,
Hell
it's like
yeah.
every time, dude. I'm like, it's like
That's cool.
I
Way
don't know
cheaper
if
than
that
that
just
stuff
like
starts a
kind of
jam.
sparked like something,
Maybe,
but like it just
maybe
like they
the
were like, fine,
Renaissance of Satanic Satanist. That's
we
awesome.
never played this album or something like that. But I
Right?
like that's my shit, dude. And I fucking
Hell yeah, it is.
they jammed like I think 3 songs from that album on Monday, but
Oh
it
yeah.
was um
Give the people
they
what they
did
want.
dude, it's they're fantastic, dude. They're just such a great show. And it's even more fun here because they live here. So like they're going home after, right? Like they're not
Right.
on the road. They live in Portland, so they do these shows all the time. Um, but they're yeah, man, they're cool. They're cool folk. Who you got at number one, bro?
Well, remember, like my daughter chooses a lot of my music, right?
You're not going to a Portugal the Man show on a Monday.
No, that's another reason why that's not a reality for me. But that is a fair trade. When you become a parent, you
Yes.
would take that trade every day
And you're a
with that. I
great
wouldn't give
dad.
up my Monday nights at home for very much. So anything really. So, but my number one, a lot of music's chosen by my daughter. A lot of this is chosen by her as well. And the number one, by a wide margin, Bob Marley and the Wailers. 3,611 minutes worth, which I
Dude,
could not
that
be happier or prouder of. Now, a lot of that's me too, solo. I don't even, there's no shame about that. It's where I'm at a lot, but
I'm so proud of that.
I am too. I was
Like,
surprised by it, but also not, and yeah, proud.
I'm like, I just what a great thing to get your child on, right?
Oh,
Like,
she'll tell you his mom's name. She'll tell you his wife's name. We have a couple of books written, or a book written by his daughter who has the same name, Shadella.
really?
Yeah, like she'll tell you some facts about him. Like we watched the documentary about him.
We watched the documentary.
We did. There's that they're making the movie about him, the biopic about him that's coming out soon, and I'm actually kind of excited to see it. I don't know. It probably won't be good. I'm
I
keeping my hopes
think,
low for it because
yeah,
those kind of movies are always so. I mean, you know what happened. You know what I mean? Like this, then they don't. They're always going to do some injustice somewhere that in
yeah.
somebody's opinion or whatever. But
It's a tough
from
role to
judging
play,
from
dude.
judging from the trailer, it actually looks like it's going to be pretty good. So
I hope so. I mean, like
check it
there's
out.
been some
Watch it later.
good
Watch the
there's
trailer
been some
later.
good shit. Really? Okay. I'll jam it. I'm
You
shit. I ain't
better.
afraid of no ghosts, bro. I ain't afraid of no fucking
You'll
ghosts.
like it.
I'll watch whatever, dude.
Also put this on that same list. Go ahead and write this down. Flava Flav sings national anthem.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're welcome.
Have I ever told you I met Flavor Flav one time?
No, but that's not surprising.
Yeah, dude, at a club in Vegas.
You're one of those people that that happens. You cross paths with the famous. I don't know how you do it. I've
Well,
never done it. I've never crossed paths with the famous.
I've never crossed paths. Well, there's been some accidental passings. Okay, there's been some accidental things,
Oh,
right?
I'm
Like,
sorry for your loss.
yeah, like there's that. Yeah,
Sorry, that's not what you meant. My bad.
you would like Mark Norman. Do you ever listen to Mark Norman comedies? Like he's a comedian. You'd like him.
No, but I'll put that down.
He's a funny dude.
Recommendations by two homies chatting.
Yeah, recommends. Uh, yeah, dude. Shit. What were we just talking about? Fucking.
Flavor
Oh,
Flav.
but yeah. So I was at a kind of like a grand opening. I had a buddy worked at One Oak nightclub. We went to go see CeeLo Green.
Oh, I love
Uh,
CeeLo.
yeah, and
Big CeeLo guy over here.
Flavor Flav was there. And
Nice.
Flavor Flav's a big UNLV basketball guy. So we went
That's
up and we're like,
facts.
Flavor Flav. We're like, can we get a picture? And legit, dude, he's like, yeah, boy.
Shut the fuck up. No way.
I was like, oh, fuck,
That's
that's real.
amazing. Oh, he said the thing.
I was like, fucking, oh my God. We took a picture, dude. And Swear to God, like you, one, it was before iPhones. Two, you cannot tell that flavor. It's a fucking.
It's just a chain hanging.
It's so bad.
It's a dark photo, so it's just a
It's like
chain.
just a shit fucking photo. Like you just see a floating
That
clock.
might be
You
you
know?
next to
Yeah.
him. We're not sure.
You don't even know if it's me. It's grainy as shit,
Yeah.
flip phone action. That shit was funny though, bro. Like, CeeLo walked on stage with like 6 bodyguards, and yo, when a 5 foot one person walks around on a stage with 6 foot 4 bodyguards, that shit, it's not a tough look. It just
No.
looks funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to CeeLo though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dungeon family.
Dude, I think we've crushed this. We knocked
I think
this one out of the park,
I think we checked the boxes. The only thing we didn't talk about is Travis Kelce's endorsements, which
bro.
we could hit. We could hit really quick
Before we sunset off, dude, and
before we
let's
sunset off.
chop this down, bro. All right, because this is nuts to me. So first, we're sitting there, and like I've seen it before, and then the whole Aaron Rodgers, which I'm a big fan of Grumpy Gill, old school Aaron Rodgers right now. Like I just
He's
think his
grumpy as
personality
fuck.
is funny. Like, but he so you got Travis Kelce doing these Pfizer commercials, right? 2 for 1. Get your flu shot and your
Mom,
COVID-19 vaccination,
I love
right?
it.
Like, yeah,
Mom squashes it. That's not 2 for 1. It's a good commercial.
and I'm like sitting there, and I'm just wondering in my head, I'm like, how is this motherfucker doing Pfizer commercials? Like, what is the principle of this? It's like, hey, check out Taylor Swift's boyfriend, this guy who plays football for the Kansas City Chiefs, he gets his COVID vaccine, right? Like, it's just a strange,
It's
like,
genius.
it is, right? So then I just wanted to know how much Pfizer was paying the dude, right? Because that shit's in interest.
Handsomely.
Right. So here's what we got, ladies and gentlemen, is traditionally on a basic ass year, Travis Kelce makes about $5 million in his endorsements. And those endorsements include some of them. We don't have all of them. We don't know all the deeds. So we got Nike, Tide, T-Mobile, Old Spice, Walgreens, McDonald's, Papa John's, Slick Number Bed, which is important. Okay. And Dick's Sporting Goods. And it's reported that Pfizer has paid this man $20 million.
20 million to do the
20
Walgreens commercial.
million to do
Awesome.
a comedic 2 for 1, get your flu shot, get your vaccines.
It is really great. He's got the Traeger on the riding lawnmower.
That's a good one. I like that.
Oh,
I thought that
Good.
one was kind of funny. I was
That's
like,
good.
damn, somebody came up with that shit. That's kind of funny
That's
as
good.
fuck. But that's crazy. That shit's crazy to me. Shit's crazy that you just pay somebody $20 million to fucking do a commercial for you. My question is it like is Travis Kelce rocking it like LeBron rocks Sprite commercials, right? Like, for damn sure LeBron James don't drink no goddamn Sprite. All right. Like,
Yeah.
these athletes ain't drinking no sodas. Right?
Only when he does the commercials, probably.
But then you're like, hey, you even got these shots, bro? Or you just got band-aids on your arm? Like,
You wonder, but probably. I'm pretty sure you
like,
have to.
contractually obligated in the 20 million. Dude, that's nuts.
It's a lot of money.
Nuts.
It's not
So
John Rahm
much.
money, but
No. How'd you feel about that, bro?
I was not surprised by the dollar amount or the fact that he went.
Dollar amount's crazy.
So that's a lot of money, though.
Can you say no to that?
It's not Shohei Ohtani money, so
no. Which is crazy. His fucking 2 million deferred is crazy. 10 years, 700 million. Nuts. Where does baseball get this money? Where's baseball?
Speaking of endorsements, Ohtani makes 40+ million a year in endorsements. So that's the only way that works.
And it's funny to me that like Stephen A. Smith Stephen A. Smith would say that like he can't be the face of baseball because he's foreigner. You're like, bro, this guy is fucking
Uh,
handling it right now.
I bet half of the income of the MLB in merch comes from Japan, probably.
100%.
They're
Yeah.
a huge baseball country, so their pro
I mean,
league
they
is really
kick our
good.
ass in the
Mhm.
Little League World Series like every other year,
In,
bro. Don't
in the
fucking
Olympics too, I think. So
yeah. We
just
you
saying.
can't beat the fundamentals. You know, we got flair like Rick, but you can't beat the fundamentals. But Liv, bro, what do you think? What do you think about the rumor that Finau's next? What do you think?
Not surprised. I mean, Liv owns PGA, and the biggest thing is that the 600 million that Rom got is way more than the entire 2024 PGA purse. So
It's
he won
crazy.
every tournament and also won second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, all the way down, all the winnings.
All the
He's
wins.
still like double it. So
It's
I don't know, man. I wouldn't say so.
crazy. I couldn't. I mean, it's
Can't
life
blame
changing.
him.
I mean, Dustin Johnson
Especially when
said it
they especially when
on
they buy him
the
out. When they buy
yeah,
him out,
like
it's like there's no reason to stay loyal to it
you
anymore. Take the
you
money
can't
while you
beat a
can.
pot of gold, bro.
It's
You
gonna
can't.
run out eventually.
You'd like to think so, unless the world goes electric. But that's a deep oil money, bro.
That's what we're
It's a
trying to do.
deep,
That's what
deep
we're out here
oil.
preaching, bro. That's what we're out here trying
Yeah,
to do. That's what me and my people are trying to do.
it'll be
You can go
interesting.
electric.
It'll be like it's.
You want
I think golf is at like a really cool time because it's the first time there's ever been a competing league that it's not successful in viewership yet, but it's successful in like it's like imagine if the USFL came back now and they were like, "Yo, we just got Patrick Mahomes. We just paid for Patrick Mahomes.
Mhm.
We just paid for AJ Brown. We just paid, like as you start
Mhm.
going down the list, and now you like the USFL, it's like, okay, well, now I can't not watch because
Mhm. That's
I
where the
want to
best football is
know
being played.
that's where all the best players are going. So it's like, oh my God. So now you're like, oh, now it's gonna become all they need is a good TV deal. And if they can get a good TV deal, like, and by good TV deal, go on Fox Sports. I'm surprised Fox Sports hasn't done anything with them. That to me is, I mean, they're doing everything else with it on that. Like, it's a fucking, I don't understand why they haven't done that yet. That's probably a missed opportunity. But like, whatever it is, dude, you gotta get it on a better streaming service so that like people can start tuning in easier, right? And then you got to do it. You got to find a way to like offset it, right? So like similar to how like the NBA in the NFL will kind of offset big games on each other, like so
Yeah.
it's
Oh
like
yeah.
like
And don't
oh
compete TV schedule
yeah,
wise. Put it
yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday,
something.
Wednesday during the fall and summer. Like put it when there's nothing else.
Yeah, or like
I
find
will
yeah,
watch it.
find a way. Yeah, because at this point you're getting too much talent. And then now that Live and the merge has happened with the PGA, the point piece, and now you have it too, right? You forced all the talking points because now the European dudes just lost the best European player. So Ryder Cup wise, you're like, figure it out. We need John Rahm. We want
Yeah.
to beat the Americans forever. Rory's like,
Yeah.
fucking figure it out now, everybody. Get the points figured out.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting, dude. It's funny how it just changes. Rahm changed the whole. I would
It's
recommend
true.
anybody watch the Pat McAfee interview. I think that's a fun one.
I'll
And
check
I
that
learned a
out.
little bit
Yes.
about Live. I learned a little bit about how it got its name.
Yeah, that
So
was interesting.
yeah, yeah, that's a pretty fun one. But yeah, dude, I think we killed this episode. If you ask me myself,
I think it's done. It's not
yeah,
quite burnt. I think it's done
huh?
cooked well. I think it's cooked well.
I think we smoked through this whole joint, and we're right at
I,
the
I, I
that
know I
filter.
certainly did. I mean, I did.
Yeah,
I did my part at least.
yeah. I mean, every time I passed it, you know, savored it. It's good. That's what this world is all about, Ken. And we appreciate all our listeners. We appreciate the downloads. We appreciate that you continue to tune in to two homies chatting and wondering what we are, and what we're doing. Right now, we're having fun.
They probably still can't figure it out.
Yeah, man, dude. We get to talk about whatever. We just get a platform to express ourselves the way we like to. But what's more important is that we've been friends for an extremely long amount of time. And we get to spend time hanging out, being
Agreed.
able to see each other's faces.
I see your face.
I see your face.
Have a beer.
Have a beer, catch up, Heinz.
Mustard.
And then, get ourselves into a position where like, hey, we get to connect.
I like
You
it.
know?
I look forward to it. That's my favorite part. I just like hanging
Yeah,
out.
I agree, right? Like I think that's like I mean, that's just what it's all about, bro. It's like the fucking hokey
100%.
pokey.
100%.